Assalamu alaikum, hello, and welcome, and what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm really glad that you've joined us today for this special sort of broadcast that we've done. Our video today is brought to you by Tecno Pakistan. So this is a sponsored video, and I would really like to thank Tecno for, including RPK Digital in their family. So Tecno have sent us a special box today, which you can see here. And basically, this has 6 different objects in it. I'm going to unbox it for you, and these 6 different objects all represent a trait of the Tecno Spark 6 that we're also going to be unboxing in our live unboxing today. Later on in the video, I'm gonna go through the phone and all its specs and try to show you as many features as I can. But before I start this video, I'd like to say that this phone is quite impressive, especially once you find out what the price is. I believe they launched it yesterday. The launch event happened. But the price is amazing, and for the specs that you're getting, we're going to get to that later on in the video. I'm also going to show you some of the TV ads and commercials that Tecno has prepared. So there will be a very interesting video, and later on in the video, I'm going to reveal a special discount code that you can use to get 1,000 rupees off on this phone. So keep watching this transmission, and I'm going to share that with you later. So Tecno Spark 6. So they've sent me this box, which actually looks really nice. Oh, by the way, okay, so this is a live transmission. I always try to, give you the best quality that I can in all my content. It's a live transmission, so I've made a plan for this video, but if I mess up somewhere or something goes wrong, please do forgive me. So let's go ahead and start the unboxing. Oh, I also have my famous unboxing knife handy, so we can open all the boxes that we need to. So yeah, let's start. Whoa. All right, I'm just going to leave it down there so that actually no, leave it here for marketing effect. Actually, I'm not going to be able to open the box with it. But all right, so here's the box. I've taken the lid off. So first we get some, special literature. Now, if you've seen any of the Spark 6 ads, it always says 6 big upgrades, and these 6 features are the ones to look out for. So you have a big screen, which we're going to talk about. I don't know if it's focusing, but it's a bigger screen. We have a quad camera setup, which is here, and 6 upgrades. All right. We've got a nice, a lot of storage and RAM. I'm gonna get to that. We have an awesome processor. You could probably just read it off of there. And then it's also got a video beautify function, which I'm gonna try and showcase for you in this video today. And then there's also an option to share your music to multiple devices via Bluetooth. So let's go ahead and start unboxing this little baby. Let's start with the right-hand side. So they've all got different messages written on them, so can't wait to answer every video call. And for this, they've given us a, all right, let me see if I can get this out. It's basically a makeup brush. All right, so all the ladies out there would use these makeup brushes to kind of, apply their makeup. So this signifies that the Tecno Spark 6, the camera, it has a video beautify feature, which will make you look more beautiful when you use it. So you won't have to use this anymore, and you can probably just give it to your sister or your wife or someone. They might enjoy using it. So that's the first one. Oh, all right. No, we're gonna go in order. So the second one is kind of a big deal. What is this? All right, so this is a magnifying glass. So basically, you can put your phone here, and you see everything that goes back here just appears bigger. So you can use this to watch movies. But what this signifies about the Tecno Spark 6 is that it has a very big display. I'm gonna get to that as well. Interesting. All right, let's. So the third one is bigger than a piggy bank. All right. Here we have a micro SD card. This is 64 gigs. This basically signifies that the phone has a lot of storage in it, built in, and then you can also expand it by putting a micro SD card in it. So big storage and RAM. Sharing fun is making fun. All right. All right, so here they've got these buds by Tecno. I forgot what the name is. Let me just check. Uh, all right, I can't. All right, no, HiPods. All right, yeah, Tecno HiPods. So this basically, these are truly wireless earbuds, Bluetooth earbuds, and these signify that you can connect these with your phone. There's also a bunch of tips here in the box, and there's also a cable to charge it, so micro USB cable. I'm gonna get to these as well. But then we get to the really interesting part. So let's go ahead and so there's three boxes in here. One is all right, they've got a pair of glasses in here. I'm not really sure what this is all about, but this is probably the 16 megapixel AI quad camera. I think it just, you look cool. Do I look cool? Let me know in the comment section below if I look cool. I might wear these glasses more often in my videos, just, to look better, I suppose. All right, so that's, all right, so these are 5 boxes, and the 6th one is something very interesting. All right, so here we have an energy drink can. So this basically signifies that this phone has a really awesome processor, basically lots of energy in it. So it's got a big battery, lots of processing power, as well as fast charging. So you can use this phone for really high energy stuff. I'm feeling the energy. I better not drop this. So I'm gonna, when I get a chance, I'm probably gonna move this. I don't wanna drop it all over my stuff here. All right, so the next thing is the main thing in this whole unboxing, which is the Tecno Spark 6. So like I said, let's just recap the 6 big upgrades that it's offering. So we've got a 16 megapixel AI quad camera. We've got a huge 6.8 inch display with a hole punch cutout on top. So on the top left, you can see is a hole punch cutout. We've got 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of built-in storage. It's got a MediaTek Helio G70 processor, and it's got that video beautify technology as well as Bluetooth sharing of audio, to your earbuds and all of that. I am going to unbox this. I'm going to reveal the price as well. Once you hear the price, you guys are going to lose it because it's just an amazing price for, such a heavy sort of spec sheet. So before we go ahead with that, I want you guys to watch the TV ad for Tecno Spark 6. And while that is happening, I'm just going to go ahead and set up my shot because I need to move this and I need to have like a top-down shot thing so I can kind of unbox this so you guys can see the product more clearly. So I'm going to go ahead and switch you over to the next screen. So just watch that for a little bit, and once it finishes, then we're going to switch back and I'm going to start unboxing this and take you through the product. So enjoy. So we're back, and hopefully you guys can see a little better. Sorry that everything is shaking. I'm just trying to get a little comfortable before I start doing this. Um, so here's the Spark 6 box, and I told you some of the main specs before, but they've also mentioned these on their box. So just to recap, a 16 megapixel quad camera, 6.8 inch dot-in display, 5,000 milliamp hour battery, MediaTek Helio G70 processor, and Bluetooth audio sharing. So I think let's start unboxing this baby and see what it's all about. Bring out the knife, clean it up a little bit, and let's do this. All right, we got a cut, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this seal as well. Ooh. It always feels really good to open these phones, just unboxing a brand new product. So let's open the box here, and there we have it. So as you can see, right on top is the device itself, beautifully wrapped up. And I'm gonna go ahead and take the sticker off, and as well as this. Ooh. All right, so this is what the phone looks like. It's a glossy finish. It's a plastic bag, so polycarbonate. This phone comes in different colors. So we have ocean blue, misty violet, dynamic orange, and our device today, which is comet black. And all right, so this color is a kind of a gradient color. You can see like a slight gradient there with black on top and gray on the bottom. It is very glossy, and it has like it's slightly shiny, you know. It's kind of got this diagonal lines on there. So nice to hold in the hand. Kind of a big phone as well, which I really like. Now for the camera bump. So the camera bump is not that bad at all. It's pretty shallow, as you can see. And then right below that, we have a fingerprint sensor. We're going to try that out as well. And let's go ahead. Before I start, I'm just going to start the phone so that it starts loading up everything. Ooh, first time. Awesome. While it's loading up, we're just going to go through some of the other things that you get with this phone. So in the box, you have this kind of a folder, SIM ejector tool. Oh, nice one. And then, whoa, that's that. Now this is quite cool. All right, so you get 12 plus 1 months of warranty. So you get 13 months. Usually most brands come with 12 months, so that's good. You get some safety information and basically user manuals. But what I really like is that you have a silicone protective case. Now, a lot of phones in this price range don't offer protective cases. So that's definitely a plus point for this phone. Many phones in this price range don't have protective cases, so you don't have to go out into the market and start looking for these. You get them right in the box. And then moving on, we've got some other stuff here as well. So we've got a charging brick. This is an 18-watt fast charger, also awesome. And going further into the box, we have a micro USB cable. Where is it? Let me get the head out. All right, so the micro USB cable, and we have a hands-free headset. So I mean, that's pretty cool. I really like that because a lot of phones in this price range don't have a hands-free headset. A lot of phones don't come with silicone protective cases in the box. And so for this phone, especially for the price, to be able to, ship all of these out, it's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start setting this phone up. Select your country. So our country is Pakistan. By the way, if you guys are watching this from abroad, then this video is just as relevant because we're doing it in English. The whole reason to switch to English was so that we get an international audience and we can kind of be internationally relevant. But all right, I'm just gonna skip the SIM card. Whoa, I have so many networks here. Where is my network? All right. Sorry, technical difficulties. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna switch my Wi-Fi back on. Something wrong with my Wi-Fi. I'll just be back in a sec. Apologies for that little detour we had. I switched off my Wi-Fi because I didn't want anyone else to be using the internet while I'm doing this live stream, and so a bit of a bummer, but I promise we're going to be back on track pretty soon. So just while everything is happening, I'm just going to share the rest of the agenda for today. So now I'm just gonna set this phone up, and then I'm gonna do a spec readout and kind of tell you all the specs, just so that if I've missed anything, then you can kind of recap. After that, I'm just gonna play a quick product video with you guys, so you can kind of see what this product is all about, and then we're gonna go through in detail about this phone and kind of take you through all of the different. All right, so we skipped the SIM. Come on, home network. All right. And I'm just gonna enter my password so that you hackers out there don't see it. I'm gonna hide it, and I made a mistake. All right, let's do this. So, network, I agree. Join the user experience improvement program. Hopefully you guys can see and it's focusing really well. All right, connecting. Bring the mic closer so you guys can hear me properly. Ta-ta-ta. Oops, he couldn't connect to the internet. That's not good. All right, while this is connected, oops. Like I said in the beginning, man, forgive me if something goes wrong, because it's just handling quite a bit of stuff all by yourself gets a little bit challenging. But I'm gonna quickly go ahead and set up my mobile hotspot so I can connect with that. There's something wrong with my Wi-Fi. All right, let's do this. Back. All right, let's do this quickly. Connect. Success. We have connected. Agree. Next. Please don't check for updates. If it starts updating, all my viewers are gonna hate me. I'm sure already all my viewers are just wondering, what is this guy doing? But this is a live transmission, so you do have problems sometimes. So just while this is happening, I'm gonna take you through some of the main specs of this phone. So like I said before, 6.8-inch display. This is a 720p display, which honestly I don't have any issues with. Usually I use my Galaxy Note 9 for a very long time on 720p. Even with big displays, I find that 720p is not that bad. This phone is updating, so it might take a little bit of time. But on the back, we have a quad camera setup, like I said, like I showed you. We're gonna get to that as well. I think in the meantime, while this is setting up, I'm just gonna go ahead and no, actually, no, that is ahead, not right now. So let's just don't copy. So yeah, so the 720p display is actually not that bad, and one good selling point for this phone is that it has this hole punch cutout on the top left. Usually in this price range, this is also very rare to see. It's a very premium sort of feature that you have started to see in mid-range phones, but it's not that it's not that common to see it. Just gonna add my password as well. Agree. Need to focus. All right. It's almost there, guys. Almost there. So as you can see, even while setting up, like things aren't taking too long. It's not jittering or anything like that. I'm just gonna skip it. Skip. No thanks. Usually at this point, phones will ask you to put a fingerprint. Yeah, there it is. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put a fingerprint. Let's do a pin as well. So 000. No. 1 sec. 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, all right, let's start putting in the fingerprint. So next. Let's just do face unlock as well. All right. All right, done. And forcibly removing the internal battery will destroy this phone, damage the phone. All right, so it's just finishing up. And there it is. So here we have it. All right, the first thing I do usually is I just get rid of the timer and also this. All right, so here we have Tecno Spark 6 all set up. I'm just going to take the cover off as well. So now just a spec readout. The screen I've already told you, 6.8 inches, 720p display, which is very big. Please, camera, can you focus on it? All right, it's focused. So it's a pretty big display. You can see it in my hand. It's just, just filling my whole hand up. 6.8 inches is one of the bigger displays. The largest I've seen, I believe, is 6.9 inches. So this is one of the biggest displays you're going to find. Other than that, one of the main selling points, a big selling point about this phone is, like I said, the processor. So here we have a MediaTek Helio G70. Now the G70 is a really big selling point because usually you find it in higher priced phones, phones that compete in the price range that Spark 6 is competing. You don't find the Helio G70. Its performance is of a much higher phone. So you're going to be able to play your games. All your apps will run really well. Most of your apps, social media apps, all of that, watching videos, consuming media on your phone, social media, it's not going to be a problem at all. So the Helio G70, I'm going to take you through some of the functionality, like how well it works. I'm going to show you all that. But just coming back to the back. So like I said earlier, it's got a 16 megapixel AI quad camera. So there's a 16 megapixel main sensor. There is a 2 megapixel macro sensor, a 2 megapixel depth sensor, and then a black and white a black and white portrait depth sensor. So that's going to give you that, bokeh and shallow depth of field. And then on the front, we have an 8 megapixel selfie shooter. Now, one of the bigger spec features of this phone is also the battery. So this phone has a big battery. It's a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. And coupled with a 720p display, usually you'll find really good battery life from phones like this. You will easily get through your day with 5,000 milliamp hours. Most people will, probably go a day and a half, 2 days with their phones on a full battery. But not just that. This phone also has fast charging, so 18 watts of fast charging. Again, at the price point that this phone is competing, it is a very rare find to have phones with fast charging in there. Usually you see this feature come about, 25,000 rupee plus pricing point, probably around the 30,000 price range. So now I'm going to announce the price because I've been harping on about how good the price is. And the price of this phone with all of these features is 20,600 rupees. 20,600. Yeah, that's right. And you can get a discount of 1,000 rupees if you buy it from Daraz.pk and you enter a special discount code. But I'm going to reveal that discount code later on in the video. First, I want you to check out this other video that Tecno has sent over, and that video is just a product information video. It's just a short one. So let's go check it out, and then I'll come back to you, and then we can go through the rest of the phone. So we are back. I'm just gonna go ahead and switch the face unlock off because I want you to see how well the fingerprint sensor works. So unlock screen lock. No, all right. So switch that off. So let's just see how well, you know. All right. I think that's really fast. That is very quick. Definitely very quick. Got sweaty fingers. All right. So as you can see, it unlocks really quickly. There's also face unlock. Usually, I don't use face unlock too much because it's not very safe. They say that it can be fooled by pictures and all that. So I just prefer using a fingerprint sensor. I'm gonna go ahead and try it. I don't know if I can download games and show you, but let's just go through some of the things that this phone has to offer. So I hope you can see the screen. So the Tecno Spark 6 comes with Android 10 out of the box, and it's got, come on man, focus. And it's got Tecno's own High OS on top. So let's just go through some of the settings. All right, my phone, let's just see. So as you can see, 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of internal storage, 720p display, Android 10 with High OS version 7 on top of it. So this High OS comes with an app drawer as well. Now, some of you might be asking, what are these? So these are instant app ads that you can switch off as well. I've shown how to switch these off in another video. I'm going to share that in the description so you can go check it out. But, alright. Okay, so the first thing I want to try out is the camera. So let's go ahead and check that out. So I'm just gonna take a picture of, so let's see what 16 megapixel gets us. So I think there is a bit of detail. One second, what do we have? Auto rotate was off. All right. So here we have the image. Got it. All right. So I think it actually looks pretty decent for the price. You can see a fair bit of detail. It's 16 megapixels, so you're not going to have insane amounts of detail in there. But I think for basic phone and a price of 20,600, I think it's a pretty good feature to have. I'm gonna go ahead and let's try the beauty bokeh. So video bokeh. How do I get there? So let's go into video, and then video beauty mode. All right, so video beautify. I don't know if you can see that. All right, you can see that. So I think I need to be in a different surroundings to be able to properly use this. But I'm just going to show you the video sample that I got. I think it's okay. Allow. All right. Um, so I think the camera is pretty nice. It's also got slow motion there, so 120 FPS. Let's try that out. I'm just gonna make a slow motion video and then play that back. Let's drop this. Oh, sorry, that was loud. All right, let's see how that looks. So that is the slow-mo video. Come on, man. All right, there we go. So we have slow-mo video, does short videos, there's an AI cam, there's a beauty cam, and that just beautifies everything. There's a portrait mode. Let's try that. So that's our subject. I'm just gonna take a picture and let's see how the bokeh effect is. Let's do that again. All right. Within 1 meter and 2.5 meters. All right. I think I got it. All right. So here's the picture. You can definitely see that the background is being blurred. If you can see, all right, the background is being blurred relatively well. Usually this bokeh effect, I personally am not such a big fan. I prefer professional cameras and getting real bokeh, but this bokeh effect works reasonably well, I think. All right, so that's the camera. I think I can't really, do an in-depth review of the camera without actually using the phone for a little bit. But let's go ahead now and play a video. So, all right, let's go to RPK digital. All right, let's just play any video. We could actually do our live video right now, and that'll be so weird though. All right, so that's us watching us. It's like a video within a video. That's the live transmission on the phone happening. All right, I'm gonna. All right, so like I said, this hole punch cutout on the top left, it's pretty cool. Like you can just zoom in your whole video and watch it that way, or you can watch it like this. I think it works pretty well. I'm gonna just put on another video as well, just so you can see the colors. Just any random video would do. All right. So the speaker is here in the earpiece. That's the main speaker, and this is our unboxing and first look shark fin selfie cameras for $170. This phone comes in 2 color options, so silky white. All right, and our device today, Reno 4 Pro. And the highlighted features here are a high refresh rate display, a gaming processor, and ultra fast. So that's the experience you're going to get with the videos. The speaker it's okay. I mean, in this price range, you usually find really trash speakers, but the good thing is that this speaker gets pretty loud, I'd say. It doesn't have a lot of richness, so it's kind of, a lot of treble, but it does get very loud. So if you watch a lot of movies, then that'd be good. But, even better, you can connect Bluetooth wireless earbuds to this phone, which I'd show you, but I don't know if those are charged. Let's go ahead and explore this phone a little bit more. And all right, and also with the price that I announced, 20,600. There's also the high pods that I showed you before. Those are for 4,000 rupees. And now let's talk about the discount that we spoke about. So as I said earlier in the video, this phone is 20,600 rupees, but you can go onto daraz.pk and you can buy it from there, and you can get 1,000 rupees off if you use the code REVPK1000. So that's REVPK1000. If you add that product code in the discount field, then you're going to get 1,000 rupees off. This offer is valid till 25th September 2020. So make sure you make use of that. So I think I've covered pretty much everything about this phone. I can't do benchmarks right now because if I download and install it, this live stream is just going to be too boring for you guys. But expect Geekbench scores, Antutu scores of around 150,000. Expect this phone to have pretty decent gaming experience. So if you play PUBG is probably going to play at medium settings, so frame rates are going to be good. I'm not sure if you can do HD. That depends from phone to phone. But if you play Call of Duty on this phone, that will probably run at high settings and high frame rates, no problem. This phone comes preloaded with all Google apps, so you have the Play Store. You can go ahead and download all of your apps in there, and that's fine. Apart from that, to just do a recap of the phone, 16 megapixel AI quad camera, 6.8 inch huge display, which I absolutely love. MediaTek Helio G70 processor. On top of that, we have 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of internal storage. And there's also expandability, so you can add a micro SD card and expand it that way. But I think these are specs that you don't find in this price range. You don't find such great internals with big battery and fast charging. I mean, this phone has pretty much checked every box that you'd possibly want in the 20,000 rupee price range. The only thing is it's got a 720p display, but for those people who are going to criticize that this phone doesn't have a full HD panel, I think a 720p display is often better than a full HD display because it takes less battery to run because there are fewer pixels, and your processor also has to run fewer pixels. And so a 720p display generally tends to perform much better. Like I said earlier, I used to use my Galaxy Note 9 and even now my Note 20 Ultra. I use them on 720p displays all the time to save battery and just enhance the performance. And on top of that, to have a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, it's going to last you at least a day, probably more than a day for most people. And then just the build of it, I like it. It's a glossy back, so it's a very basic sort of build quality. But 20,000 rupees, man, I mean, you can't expect the world for that. But Tecno Spark 6, I think it's definitely one of my favorite phones right now, especially around the 20,000 rupee price range. There are very few phones that could trump it. Good processor, good camera, big display, big battery, fast charging. I mean, that's just it. I think I don't have anything else to say about this phone. I'm gonna come back with a full review of this phone in a few days. So if you're interested in that, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I hope you enjoyed today's presentation. I'm sorry, forgive me for all the mistakes, but I'm doing this by myself. So when you manage things by yourself, all by yourself, so sometimes things go wrong. But I really hope you enjoyed this presentation. Tecno Spark 6, definitely check it out. Go to theraz.pk, check links for description. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like so that we get encouragement, and the YouTube algorithm apparently also loves it. That'll be all for this one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.